How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? Welcome to day one of Wealth Witchery. What is Witchery? If I can get it out, what is Wealth Witchery? What is that? Well, Witchery is five spells that I'm going to give you that we're going to work through for 5 days. And in these 5 days, you're going to use these spells to catapult your business profits and results, attract to yourself your perfect clients, your perfect customers. And you're going to enchant your entire empire because I imagine that I am speaking to an empire builder, that you are creating an empire. You are not simply building a business, you are creating an empire, a global empire. That's what we're doing here, yes? And so you are going to enchant your empire. Let's get into it. Let's begin. I have a lot covered to cover with you today. So let's dive right in. You know how we do. Welcome, love tubers. If you are a YouTube channel subscriber, welcome, your love tubers. I love you. I love you. I love you. Let's begin. So I'm going to give you all the details of Wealth Witchery. I'm going to tell you exactly what this is and exactly what we're doing. Welcome to Wealth Witchery. These are, as I said, 5 spells. I'm going to give you 5 spells. These spells are calibrated specifically for business. I'm going to give you all the details of how this works. And what are these 5 spells for? They are for business profits. They're to catapult your business and its profits, expand it. And this is to attract to you your perfect clients and customers. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I promise you, when you work with your perfect clients and customers, it will never feel like work. It'll feel like joy. And we're going to enchant your empire. Your empire may be missing the enchantment piece. Now, these 5 spells are for you to do all of that without you doing any more work. Because I know what you may be thinking, wow, I'm doing the most right now. I'm Facebooking, I'm live streaming, I'm Instagramming, I'm texting, I'm posting, I'm filming, I'm. Because in this day and age, we are very full, very busy doing all the things. This is for you not to do any more work than the work that you're doing right now. If the work that you're doing right now is on track with meeting your goals, now, if the work you're doing right now is not on track to meet your goals, if you're doing 6-figure work and you desire to have 7 figures, then you need to adjust your level of activity to the goal. So this is going to enchant your empire, and this is going to do all the invisible, behind the scenes, energetic work, spiritual work, and work in the supernatural realms to enchant your empire so it can take off. So who are you speaking to? Who am I? I'm Reverend Valerie Love, also known as Kaisi. I am a former financial advisor with American Express, and there is few things I love talking about more than money, baby. Money, 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 money. I love talking about money and wealth, and I've been fascinated by money and wealth from my years when I was in the financial services industry with hundreds of clients at American Express. I'm a best-selling author of over 26 books on magic, money, and metaphysics. I've been teaching magic, money, and metaphysics on my YouTube channel for 16 years. I lead retreats globally to Egypt, Greece, Italy, Peru, Thailand, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, on and on and on. You can find all about it at valerielove.com. I am also the founder of the Christian Witches Mystery School because many of the people in our community come from a Christian background and they are ridden with guilt and shame and or just straight judgment of doing anything witchy, anything magical. And really I aspire to remove all that fear, guilt, shame, judgment around doing anything witchy and magical for yourself, because witchcraft and magic is everyone's birthright if you are drawn to it. Not everyone's drawn to it. It's not for everyone. If you are drawn to it, follow that leading. I am a professionally trained coach, and I began this journey 20 years ago. So, baby, I can tell you that it works. It works if you work it. It works. And if you're wondering, well, what kind of success stories do we have? What kind of track record do we have? I have helped hundreds of clients over the years achieve greater financial freedom through investing in Bitcoin, through growing their businesses, through investing in themselves, through our wellness club, just tons of clients all over with success. Help them travel the world, help them create the life they love, the dreams they love, the business they love, all of that. All of it, baby. I help people get passports. I help people leave bad jobs that they don't like. All of that. Because I'm here for your freedom spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. Yes, I talk fast because I'm originally from New York. I am the author of the best-selling books, 40 Money Mantras and 40 Money Spells. And if you want to know anything about 40 Money Mantras and 40 Money Spells, if you haven't been with us, they are on YouTube completely free. You can get the entire, I'm going to drop this in the chat. You can get the entire series right here on YouTube at no charge. No charge. I've got tons of resources for you. So if you don't know what to do, baby, here it is. Here it is. I showed up because you prayed for me to show up. So here I am. Okay. Now, so you want to go to 40 Money Mantras and you can see all the reviews on 40 Money Mantras. If you look at 40 Money Mantras, you can see all the reviews. And if you go to 40 Money Spells, same thing, baby. You see all the reviews, all the people that use the spells, they get the results. So this is not someone talking to you out of the side of my neck. I know exactly what I'm talking about, and I know exactly what I'm bringing to the table, and I can help you. That's what I'm telling you. Now, currently, I work with clients in the Money Mastermind, and I work with our clients who are in Money Magic. That's currently. Many of them have already received in the Money Mastermind. Many of our amazing clients, amazing members of the mastermind. I work with some of the most powerful healers, spiritual practitioners, coaches, teachers, authors, thought leaders on the planet. I count it an honor to work with the amazing beings I get to work with in the Money Mastermind and in Money Magic. And you can find out about that at valerielove.com/coaching. Right now, we're going to get you situated on these 5 spells. That's what this is about. Yes, I am a professional witch. Soak in that for a minute, because I know it's a little jarring to people, especially if they are coming from a Christian background. I am a professional Christian witch. May have never heard of that before. There are many professional Christian witches around the world. I'm not the only one. I didn't invent Christian witchcraft. I am the preeminent Christian witch in the space, creating a mystery school around Christian witchcraft. Books, especially for people who are coming from a Christian background, who now want to work magic. I help you with Christ and your crystals, the Bible and your wands. I'll help you with that. All right. Now I want you to screenshot this page. Screenshot this. This is what we call the 11-step spell crafting formula. Now, why is there a formula? Let's come off screen share for a moment. Why is there a formula? Let me speak to you eye to eye. Why is there a formula? A formula is like a recipe. You can do it over and over and over, right? Hold on, let me look at the comments. Okay, very good. Welcome. Oh my goodness, welcome. A formula is like a recipe. You can do it over and over and over. And every time you do that recipe, you get a little bit better at it. This is like a cookbook for spells, right? So let's say you want to make this incredible dish that Gordon Ramsay has made. You would probably go and buy one of Gordon Ramsay's cookbooks. And you get the cookbook, and then you get the ingredients. We're going to give you the ingredients. I'm going to show you how to get the ingredients to these spells, because you do require certain ingredients to work with these spells. You follow the instructions of the recipe. You make the dish turns out amazing, and you're like, oh, I love that. Then when you make it again, you can nuance it even more. You can science it even more. We're seeking to create mastery around here. Not just, okay, I did it. I got the result. Okay, now next. No, 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 no. You're going to science your magic so that you make it do what it do, baby. You make it do what you want it to do. You want science this. Okay, so that you can master it, so that after you have the formula, you can use the formula over and over and over again, and not just with your business. You can use the formula for every area of your life. Do you know that I spelled for travel for this entire community? And do you know the travel spell is right here on YouTube? I believe the travel spell that I did is right here on YouTube with all the ingredients and everything else. And that travel spell has gotten people all over the world. One spell for our retreats has gotten people all over the world according to the intention. So use the formula. And once you use the formula, you're going to tweak it this way. You're going to tweak it that way. Hey, welcome in. Come on in the chat. Hey, talk to us. Talk to us. How you loving? How you loving? Hey, how you loving? Some of our clients are right here in the chat. And I won't say who our clients are because, of course, that's confidential. Yet, if our clients, because we're in a public space, when we're in private Zooms, we shout out our amazing clients. Yet, if any of our amazing clients that are in a chat would like to share what program you're in and what you're experiencing in Money Mastermind or Money Magic, let us know. Okay. Oink, oink, because y'all know who you are and you know what y'all creating. Our clients are creating just absolute exquisiteness. Okay. So we're going to shout out some of our clients around here. Okay. So once you have the formula, you are empowered. Do you understand that a master creates many masters? A master is not looking for a lot of students. I'm not looking for disciples. I'm not looking for students. I'm looking for people that want to stand up and own their mastery, that want to bust out into the world stage, that want to do things in the world that have never been done before, that seek to honor their purpose, their reason for being called onto the earth plane by the infinite source in the first place. That's who I get to work with every day. That's who we get to play with every day. Baby, okay, the badass sanctum. Money magic, winning all day with the badass sanctum. That is our incredible client and creator of the badass sanctum. Members popping into her membership, baby. Okay, so I get to work with some of the most incredible brands on the planet. And I've got to show you one of my clients that shouted me out on Instagram. That is, baby, if you don't know the magic from this witch, you better find out. Hold on. Let me read to you what she posted on. She came by the Christian Witches Convention and she filmed us. Okay, now let me show you 4,000, almost 5,000 views on this video, and let me show you what she wrote. This is Bossy Bruja. If y'all don't know Bossy Bruja, look her up. I want to show you one of our early clients, okay? She came with us to Sedona, and she told the story this past weekend of how her body was racked with pain, and she was taking, I think, Vicodin, and she was in the bed, curled up in a ball 16 hours a day. And I said, baby, come with us to Sedona. That's going to heal your body because you're going to get in this vortex. And she uncurled from the ball and came to Sedona. That had to be probably about 12 years ago. She was in coaching with us every single morning at 5 a.m. Now, I want to read to you what she wrote. She said, meet one of my earliest teachers, the Reverend Valerie Love Kaisi at Christian Witches. For years in my early 20s, I woke up at 5 a.m., prayed, studied, and learned with this absolute powerhouse. She taught me the power of consistent practice, of following a disciplined process to change my life. Baby, discipline this thing. How to never lack. And she fortified my prayer life. Baby, lack is a choice. You ain't never got to be in a lack. You ain't never got to be without. And she fortified my prayer life. Her unwavering love, her perfect commitment to truth, her grace, and her joyful, loving honesty. Because I do serve honesty, because you got to do that as a coach, right? have kept me strong these years and form part of my spiritual foundation to this day. Ooh, baby, straight from the client, straight from. Look her up. Look up Bossy Bruja. Over 100,000. How many does she have on Instagram? You can look her up, Bossy Bruja. She was with us over the weekend. You're going to see pictures from the Christian Witches Convention at Bossy Bruja. She is the reason I approach my practice with an open heart and open mind, endlessly dedicated to practice and study, and why I don't do shit else. I do pray and thank God. It was a joy to be in the presence of Rev last night, to laugh and dance and reminisce. God is so amazing. The blessings that have followed me since I listened and applied. Did you hear that? Applied. The many lessons Rev imparted to me continue to this very second. I call her blessed. Baby, Bossy Bruja. Now, I want to show you Bossy Bruja because I love calling out our clients because our clients are so freaking amazing. So I want you to look up Bossy Bruja on Instagram, and I want you to look her up on, here's Bossy Bruja on Instagram. Look her up immediately and look at her magic. I don't take credit for her magic. Absolutely not. Her magic is her magic. Because she took what was offered in that program that we were up at 5 a.m., 4:44 a.m. every morning. And she took it and she worked it and she did her thing with it and she got the results, baby. She got the results. And not only does she have the results, over the weekend, she bought the prosperity oil to the Christian Witches Convention and she gave it as a gift. She bought 10 bottles of her new prosperity oil. Go to look up Bossy Bruja and go to her website and buy it. It is called, let me pull it up because I got to shout out our amazing clients. I got to shout out our amazing clients that are doing amazing things. Okay, I want to show you something about Bossy Bruja. And I want you to understand that if you apply what we are talking about, why wouldn't you have results? Everybody else can get results. Why couldn't you get results? You absolutely can get results. And that's what we're talking about today, okay? I've been doing this for 20 years, baby, and I'll probably do it for another 50. Now, we are on screen share, and I want to take you to Bossy Bruja's website. Bossy Bruja, baby, the oil formulas. Now, I want to show you, this is Bossy right here. This is Bossy right here. Bossy has an app. Do you hear me? Bossy has an app. She does readings, and let me get you her, and she films Black Witches, and she filmed me over the weekend. So that is incredible. And let me get you to her oils because the oils are incredible. Let me see if it's up top. Shop. This is the oil that she bought us. I want to show you the oils that she bought us. I want to show you the oil. She bought her, oh baby, look at these oils. Oh my goodness, look at these oils. And if you watch her, she bought us this, the Uninterrupted Prosperity Oil. Now I want to tell you what this oil did because I'm buying more because I just gifted the one that she gifted to me. I want to tell you something about this Uninterrupted Prosperity Oil. I want to tell, and I'm going to drop the link right here in the chat because I love to shout out people that do amazing things. I do. That's how I roll. I love to shout out people, especially our clients that do amazing things. I want to tell you something about enchanting your empire. Over the weekend, we did a ritual. We just got back from the Christian Witches Convention. We did a ritual. We did a candle ritual, a candle burning ritual on Thursday night. All the ingredients in the ritual space, all the candles. We can't send you pictures of that because we don't take pictures of that when people are in their private space creating their candles and their magic. We don't photograph that. We don't videotape that. That's sacred space. And if you're there, you're there. If you're not there, catch the next one. Okay, catch the next one. On Saturday, she hung out with us. She came over. She photographed me. The photographs are incredible. You're going to be seeing them on social. The photographs are incredible. And so she photographed me. And she also bought a gift of 10 of her prosperity oil oils in the green bottle that you just saw. She bought us. I'm telling you why this works and how this works. Because people have some crazy ideas about witchcraft and magic and how it works. Or they think it don't work. Or they think just a bunch of people are doing things that are in their imagination. I want to show you how this works. Because you have to have some kind of motivation to even want to do this with me for 5 days. So Bossy bought us a gift and I said, oh, you bought something to sell? Great, because I always have our beautiful clients like the Ministar Ashley bring her cards and her decks. I love for our clients to bring our clients and our vendors to bring cards, decks. We want your creations and we have them on sale at our events. Well, Bossy bought 10 bottles of her oil. And I was like, oh, Bossy, we can buy your oils? She said, no, I bought them as a gift. I was like, they come through. Okay, so she brings this gift of 10 bottles of prosperity oil. And we were like, oh. So 10 of our attendees, not everybody got a bottle, but I got the first bottle, yes? And so I get the bottle. Some of our attendees get the bottle. The rest of us are buying it because I'm buying more because I already gifted my bottle to my daughter who just opened her new salon as the only loctician in McKinney, Texas. Okay, baby, pay it forward because the universe knows when it can get it through you, it will get it to you. I'm a channel. I'm a channel of infinite energy from the infinite source. It don't come from Valerie Love. It comes from the infinite source. One of our attendees used the prosperity oil right then. She comes back the next morning and tells us, hey guys, guess what happened? Hey, what happened? I used the prosperity oil and I won $5,100 on 2 scratch-offs. I was like, babe, you don't have me speaking in tongues up in here. See, it doesn't take time. It takes intention. It takes what I'm going to show you in this 11-step formula. And Christians, stop fucking being afraid of witches and witchcraft and magic. If you're watching this, obviously it's calling you. Because the only way you would be finding your way to me is because you got some kind of magic in you. Because people don't find me by accident. That's the universal source bringing you here. God, Allah, whatever you desire to call it. Jesus, yeah, baby, Jesus brought you here. Beautiful. She got 2 scratch-offs. She won $5,000 with one, and she got $100 with the other one. Now, guess what she spelled for in the ritual on Thursday night? Do you see how it all goes together? On Thursday night in the ritual, she was calling to herself. She's a student. She's young. She's 21. She's finishing college and all of that. And she's a powerful witch. She's been in the mystery school. She was in the self-initiation program in the mystery school, Christian Witches is mystery school, and she started mystery school when she was 17. This is a powerful witch. And at 18, she graduated. It was a year-long program. And she was like, I didn't want to tell Rev that I was 17 because I think she might have kicked me out because I was underage. I was like, we don't kick people out, baby. You can come in there and be 10 years old because some of the youngest magicians are super powerful. As long as you have your parents' consent, 10, 15, because many of us started practicing when we were 15, 14, 13, 10, 8. We were doing things, mixing spells and zapping things when we were little. You always had the powers. Well, so she spelled for $5,000 in the ritual. Look how this works, because you don't know where the result is going to come from specifically, which client will show up in front of you, which way the thing will be manifested. The next day, so that was Thursday night. Saturday is when Bossy bought us the prosperity oils. She takes the prosperity oil and she works it, still with the intention that she already burned into the universe because it was candle magic. Saturday night, she gets the scratch-offs and wins. Sunday morning, she tells us what happened. If you're not using magic and witchcraft, I promise you're working too hard. I promise you. Now let's get to the formula. And once we give you the formula, I want you to use the link below this vid and come into the private session with us on Zoom. It's a private Zoom. It will be recorded. So even if you're watching this after day one, come into the private session so that you can get the deep dive. I'm going to give you the formula. You can get the deep dive and then Q&A with me in person. Let's do it. So I want you to screenshot the formula. This is the formula. So let's go over it. Let's go over the 11-step spell crafting formula. It begins with a desire. Boo, what do you want? And it can't be nebulous. And I cannot tell you how many people I've asked over the last 20 years, well, what do you want? What's the desire? Well, I want him to stop being so crazy. I just don't want this anymore. No, boo, that's not a desire. A desire of the Father. There is an aspiration that you have. There is a vision. There is something that you are desirous of creating in your life. What's the desire? If we don't have the desire, we can't go no further. How are you going to set an intention and you don't even know what the desire is? What is the desire? What is the desired experience? What is the desire? Is it you travel the world? You want to go to Malaysia, the Philippines, Thailand, all of this? Is the desire for this incredible boo that you share life with? Is the desire for a beautiful, big house, this gorgeous mansion, and you have retreats? Is the desire this land? It must be a concrete desire. It can't just be feel good. The universe fucking don't know what you're talking about, boo. Okay, feel good. You can feel good right now. And get clear, specific on the desire. Screenshot this. Number two, you're going to create an intention. What is an intention? An intention is a statement of creation. See, we're magicking this. We're sciencing this. Magical arts and sciences, it's called, because it's part art, is part science. There are universal laws that govern this. This is not random. So you're going to create an intention. You're going to create an intention that aligns with the desire. Some people call it a petition. I call it an intention. Some people call it a prayer. Same thing. Number three, you're going to do sorting. Why do you have to sort? This is a very important step in the process. Sorting means we have to understand if the desire is from higher mind, your greatest good, or if this is just something that you decided you want. That's okay if there's something you decided you want. Hey, I want a new AMG, Mercedes Benz. I want a Bentley. It's all good. Have all the things. Doesn't matter. Once you get that thing, have you ever noticed that once you got it, you didn't feel any better? Once you got it and the new car smell wore off, you still felt like you had a desire for something greater. So we want to sort. Is this like something that your lower mind wants, which is okay. We don't have judgment in magic, like good and bad. We don't have that. That's in religion. That's not in witchcraft and magic. Don't bring that over here. There's no bad desire, no good desire. You want two lovely partners because you have a wife and a husband, or two wives or two husbands, or what, baby, whatever your thing is. Magic and witchcraft don't have judgment. So if you're bringing that from a religious paradigm, it's not going to work here. Actually, it's going to thwart your magic. It's going to throttle it. This is energy that we're putting into the universe for a result. It's going to boomerang back. So we want to do some sorting. We got to sort out what is really non-beneficial to me. What is not really going to catapult me? It's like a screen. Like you put the flower through a screen. You're sorting it. Okay, then we're going to do divination. We're going to do divination on, okay, this is what I've sorted out, and this is the true desire. I've written the intention for it. I've sorted it out. Now let me do divination on this to see what is the highest and best expression of this thing. See, we haven't cast the spell yet. We're in the crafting formula. You see, there's crafting and then there's casting. We have to break these things down because people don't understand. They just get some eucalyptus and get some rosemary and get some oil and get a candle and start to getting. And they call some spirit and they're at their altar and they're just going. We don't do that. No. It's a formula. Now, I'm not saying that my formula is the only way to do it. We don't do religion around here. Spirituality is not a religious path. I created this formula for train tracks for you to run your train on real fast, for you not to have to take years to figure it out like I did, for it not to have to be trial and error the entire time. Just take it from an experience, which this will work and this will work for anyone. You don't have to be a practicing Christian witch for it to work. You don't have to be a Christian witch at all for it to work, because these are laws of the universe. They'll work for anyone. Of course, if you're a witch and you already know the laws and you've already embodied the energies, it'll work faster. And so it's for all levels of practice. Okay, now after you've done your divination and you're real clear on everything that you have before you are now going to go to correspondences and sympathies. What does that mean? It means what corresponds to this spell. Is rosemary correspondent to the spell? Cinnamon, eucalyptus. You're going to start to gather your things that you are going to use that correspond with this spell. You're going to correspond for perhaps the entity that you want to talk to in this spell and or call on. Is this ancestor help that you'll call on? Are you going to call on Archangel Michael? Are you going to call on, we'll talk about that in a moment. And then sympathies. What are sympathies? Sympathies are those things that are sympathetic with the result. So some people, if you want to manifest a yacht, you might get an actual yacht figurine, go to the yacht boat show, walk all around in there. You could even leave a couple of crystals in a particular yacht that you love at the boat show. And it's working. I've done that. I've left crystals in a little spot. And next thing you know, you manifested that house. I've done that. And no one has to know what you're doing. It doesn't have to be a big boulder of a crystal that you're putting in the corner somewhere. You can magic and spell things all over the place. And you don't need permission. Now, the sixth step is magical timing. When are you going to do this? New moon in Aries, new moon in Gemini, full moon in Scorpio, fall equinox, spring equinox, winter solstice, summer solstice. Which month? Which day of the week? Friday, great for doing the work of Venus, because that's Venus's day, right? Friday. Thursday, great for doing the work of Jupiter and money and opening up. That's Jove's day. Or Thursday, great for the prosperity, all those working. Saturday, Saturn's day. All the days are named after the planets. Saturn's day. Saturn is Saturday, a good day for constriction, for confining the energies of Saturn. So what's the magical time? When are you going to do this thing? And I describe magical timing in deep, deep essence in this book, Spellcrafting for the Christian Witch. You can get it if you desire. And all of this is in Spellcrafting if you desire to get the book. You don't have to get the book to be with us for these 5 days. Yet if you get the book, you'll get all the in-depth behind what I'm telling you. Next, we're going to write the incantation. The incantation usually rhymes. You'll see more of that in these 5 days. And then we're going to do the even better clause. Baby, I love the even better. This or even better. This and even better. This and even better. Why do we say even better? Because what I've noticed in these years and years and years, decades that I've been practicing magic is the universe has a bigger prayer for you. The universe has more for you than you can even imagine. I'm a Christian, which eye has not seen, ear has not heard what God has in store for you, baby. You don't even know how good it can get. So like I'm doing the best I know. And universal source, raise this to even better than I can fathom. Even better than I can even stretch my mind to currently see. Then release. 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 I have to say release over and over again because too many people jack up their magic because they're thirsting for a result. They're what we call in magic lusting for a result. Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Maybe that's why I love sigil magic, because you make the sigil, you hide it somewhere. One of the spells I will be giving you incorporate sigil magic with the Psalms. Sigil magic, you put it away somewhere, you don't see it, you come back, you're cleaning up the house, you find the sigil, you're like, oh my God, that thing came true. You must release it. Here's another part about release. Release is so important that I have to come off screen share for a minute and talk to you eye to eye about release. Baby, but in the vortex, I gotta get my bell, baby. Thank you, Linda. Linda, you are amazing. A longtime supporter of the channel on YouTube. I freaking love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, now here's the thing about the release. Please write this down and then join me in the deep dives right after this. The private deep dive is on Zoom. The link is below this video to get the link to be able to join the deep dive. I want to tell you this, and where I'm going to answer questions personally. I want to tell you this that Oprah said. Pardon me. Oprah is an amazing manifester. Pardon me. I think a piece of dust just flew into my throat. Okay, anyway, Oprah is an amazing manifester. Everyone knows that Oprah manifests like a mofo. And this is what Oprah said. Listen to people as they're talking about how their manifestations came about because they're doing magic. They're just not talking about it in terms of magic. She said, you can't get what you want. Write this down, write this down. You can't get what you want. What you want must be delivered to you. You can't go out right now and get what you want. No one here can. I can't. You can't. But Reverend Val, I want a bigger business. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go after it. Here's what it means, baby. Here's what it means. It means that you intend, you define, you write your incantation, you do your work, and you cast it out. And of course, you're doing your work to back it up. But you cannot get your next customer, client, because you don't know where they are. They're going to be delivered to you. This person's going to be delivered to you. You put out a video, 10,000 people could watch that video. Somebody's going to raise their hand. You don't know which of the 10,000 wants to be your next client. You don't know. So you can't get them. You don't know where they live. You don't even have their phone number. You can't even call them. You can't email them. You can't do anything because you can't go get them. It must be delivered to you. This is a master level spiritual understanding. It's master level. And I see so many people that don't get this. I'm like, you don't get it. You still have to think. And so they're always doing. They're in the go get it. That means you don't know the universal laws or you don't trust the universal laws because you don't think it's going to be delivered to you. Baby, it's going to come to your doorstep. Let me ask you this question. When you order something from Amazon, do you go in the warehouse and pick it? Do you even know where it is? Do you even want to know where it is? I don't. Do you need to know where it is? You did the thing to have it. And at the perfect time, do you know the exact minute and hour it's going to be delivered to you? No, it says shipped and it says on its way. And then at a certain time, it's going to show up on your doorstep. You don't know the time. You don't even know where this item is. So you can't go get it. It must be delivered to you, beloved. It must be delivered to you, but most people do not even have enough trust and knowing in the universe and faith in the universe that this thing is going to be delivered to me. I don't know how, I don't know who, I don't know which one of y'all that's watching this video right now is going to become my next client. I know someone is, and I know it's going to be the perfect right fit because I know what I put out there. You must release and release. The reason people don't do release is because they don't trust the universe. I'm preaching today, baby. You better know I'm preaching today. They don't trust the universe enough to give to them. So they're always thinking that they got to go get it. And that go getting halts, thwarts, throttles your magic. Because as long as you're in go get it, you're telling the universe you don't have it. I just said something. As long as you are in go get chase, you don't have it. And you're telling the universe you don't have it. So you have to work so much harder because you're working against have. In all of our Money Mastermind and Money Magic, we teach have vibration. You're on the have vibration according to the scripture that says, come on, Reverend Titus, according to the scripture that says, to him that has more will be given to him. And to him that does not have, even what he has will be taken away. Jesus is giving you a metaphysical principle that you need to be already in the have. Oh, I got the God bumps, baby. You need to be in the have that already have it. I already have it. I have trust and I have faith. Because if you already have the big mansion, you're not going to every real estate company. You already have the big house. Stop looking for things, Googling. You're just putting more of I don't have it out in the universe. That's what you're doing. And then you're wondering why it's so slow, why your magic is not seeming like it's not working. It's working, but you're in the way because you keep looking for it. And people that have a big mansion don't look for mansions. You already have the mansion. And so people then ask me this question. Okay, Rev, well, if I already have it, how do I hold that vibration that I already have it when my subconscious mind is looking at me not having it? So, how do I have this beautiful mansion in my mind that I want to have when every day I'm walking into this ratty house that I don't want anymore? Or how do I keep, like, it's hard to stay in the vibration of how do I have it when everything in my world is informing me that I don't have it? I have an answer for that. I'll tell you what I did to myself. Because you got to spell yourself, baby. You got to spell yourself. Because your subconscious mind is the universe, it's non local. Here is how I spelled for that. I made up a story. I made up a story that I told myself about why my current situation did not look like what I desired as the vibration I desired to hold. And here's the story I made up for myself. Well, the reason that I'm in this place when I didn't have money and stuff like that, and I was like, oh my goodness, why don't I have money? Why am I in this place? Because this place doesn't look like the luxury place that I have in my mind. I told myself, I'm an undercover boss. I made up a whole story. I'm an undercover boss. You know that TV show, Undercover Boss? And I have to be nondescript and I have to act like I don't have anything so that I can really talk to my clients and my customers and my employees and see what they're really thinking. And I want to be boots on the ground. So I have to pretend like I don't have it so that I won't blow my cover. And I walked around, I'm a CEO, but no one knows it. So I'm just pretending. You make your life that you don't want a pretend, and you make your life that you do want the real thing. Baby, I'm dropping nuggets. I hope you picking up what I'm dropping down. Because I done help people get passports, travel the world, get comma checks, get new members, baby, I'm a manifestation miracle in the very presence. That's my gifting. I can help people get anything. I've helped people get anything. I've helped people leave shit jobs, leave shit relationships. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do anything in a shit situation. If you're in a bad relationship, fuck it. But you don't have to stay in a bad relationship. Do you understand that you do not have to stay in anything that is not the desire? There's no requirement for you to suffer. Suffering is optional. And I had to ask myself, well, why are you choosing that option? If suffering is optional, pain, on the other hand, is not optional. You will have pain. Pain is part of a learning experience. Pain is a teacher. You will have pain. Suffering is staying in pain long after it has gone stale. You just keep the pain going because you're telling yourself a painful story and you got it on loop, on rewind in your mind. Rewind in your mind. You're just looping that bad story. They left me. My mama don't like me. My daddy was an abuser. They did this to me. My family don't like me. I can't do it. They did cancel, 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 obliterate. Obliterate that shit. That's suffering. The pain happened one time and the pain was momentary. So if you keep feeling pain on and on and on and on and on, you are officially in suffering. And suffering is never required. Let's conclude with the last two steps of the spell crafting formula. I'm going to be back at you tomorrow live, publicly, in these 5 days. I'm going to be with you live again tomorrow for spells 1 and 2. When you follow the link below, you can join us in the private Zoom that we're about to have, and it will be recorded. And when you hop into using the link below, you'll get access to the recordings as well of the deep dive private session, which we're about to have in a moment. As soon as we finish these last two, let's go in order and decency, because God is not the author of confusion. God is not the author of confusion, baby. I told you I'm a Christian, and people feel like you can't be that. And I'm like, okay, well, as you say that I can't be it, I'm just busy being it. Just do that. When people tell you that you can't do something, you just be the one that's busy doing it while they say you can't do it. And just say, okay, thanks. Thanks for the information. Number 10, you must observe and catalog your results. What does observe mean? Observe means now you're going to simply be the observer in your life and observe the energy moving. Observe that new things are happening. Observe who's showing up. Observe. You're in observation mode now. You're not in, is my spell coming true yet? No, that's not it, because you already released it. Yet you're going to be observant. You're not going to be hyper vigilant. We don't need hypervigilance. The universe heard you. The universe is loving it, loves you. Of course, it's going to bring you all of this. The reason we're doing it is because it already has your name on it. It's already yours, but you're somehow blocking it. And we're just removing all those blocks so you can actually have it. And then you're going to catalog your results, which means you would require a grimoire, a spell book, a book of light, a book of shadows, a journal, whatever you call it. And you're just going to catalog the results of how the thing showed up. What was the time frame? About 90 days. So then now you're seeing that your spell crafting circuit is about 90 days to get your result. And can you speed it up to 30? Can you speed it up to instantaneous over the weekend, like the prosperity oil bringing the $5,100 in 1 weekend? Can you spell it for today? You're going to catalog your results. You've got to catalog your results so that whatever is written down and whatever is measurable is improvable. Make this a science. And then you're going to optimize and repeat. What does that mean? You're not going to repeat the same spell. The universe heard you the first time. You're going to optimize based on your results. I could add a little more cinnamon for this, because you're learning as you go. You're going to optimize, and then you're going to cast again. Because when you cast again, you just become a master over and over, and you start understanding how to craft. You've got to do the work. Now, hop on the deep dive Q&A session with us right now. It is only, you only get the link to that if you follow the link below this video. Okay? And YouTube, Facebook, live stream. I'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of 5 days. And right now, hop in the Zoom. I will see you in the private session. And even if you're not live with us right now in the private session, it is replayed. And when you go to that link, we're going to give you all 5 days. So you're going to have the complete puzzle, completely, I don't say free. I always teach complimentary. And American Express taught me that, because at American Express, we used to do complimentary. It was called a PMM, a personal money management session with clients. Consultation, not a session, a consultation, because a session implies that I'm coaching you and you need to pay for that. A consultation means that we're going to meet and I'm going to see if you are a person that I can work with, and if you require my services, and if you are in a place where you can buy those services today. That's a consultation. So the PMM was complimentary. This is complimentary. It's not free. Why is it not free? Because it requires your time and your attention. You must pay something for it. And in magic, you pay everything in advance. I'll see you in the private deep dive. Love you.